home base again. Didn't go anywhere. Working on the B18a1. And so before I spent any of the hard-earned recycle money of $53.73, continuing on this project, I had to have my housemate look at the cylinders. He says that, yeah, let's go ahead and hone them at home to see what happens. And I also wanted to make sure that both the block and the head were square. And I had this giant piece of aluminum angle metal, something, I don't know, but it's very flat and it's very long. It'd be very hard to twist this, and so we're using that comparatively against each as like a straight edge to see if there's any warping. So let's check it out real quick. So give me 5 on my black hand side and let's go. So we have feeler gauges, but this is that big piece. It just continues on for days. It goes about 2 feet off of each side. So this is right in the middle, and I can't detect anything. And so he has, how many thousandths is that bad dog?
9 thousandths.
This is 9 thousandths. See if that'll slide under there.
It's not.
Yeah. So that is looking pretty darn good. So I'm happy about that. So hopefully this block can continue and we can make something beautiful happen. Over here is where I've been hiding the head. It's all clean and ready to go. We need to pull out some of the exhaust studs, which will happen when I have time. One of them will come out pretty easily because only the tip is sticking out, but then that very far one is broken off inside, so that will have to come out, so we can either get a bolt in there or new studs, which I think I have both. We can also steal it from another head because we have a plethora up here, and I think the intake side looks perfect, so no problem over there. It will not get extended studs because there's no need for it. This is factory. Everything should be factory on this. And so because the head sat on top of the block and the block is not warped, I have no reason to believe that the head is warped either. So this project is good to continue. I had no specific work to get done on this today. I just need to do a little bit more cleaning. I used a different wire wheel on the drill and got in here. So this is almost ready to go for the paint that I have not ordered yet. I'll probably do like an engine primer and then hit it with a paint so it's a nice color. I'll probably do that to the head too. And I'll probably tape off a bunch of stuff that I don't want to get painted so it'll look really good. But I just need to get a little bit more grease out of down here on the front just so it adheres. And behind here, man, I really want to take this off, but I'm not going to. It's just way more of a hassle than I need. And I'll probably do the face and maybe the back. There's no point in doing this because it's going to be under cover. And of course, this side will be behind the transmission, so it'll just be a waste to paint those. But it'll look aesthetically pleasing if we do the front. And then peering at each one of these cylinders. If you reach down here, you feel a little roughness. I think this is cylinder 4. That's it, yeah. And so this is the one that's very much concerned. I can very much feel that using my finger and not my nail. Usually, like if you scrape it with your nail and you catch, that's something that needs to be addressed. This one's the same thing because of those rings sitting there with liquid for, I think this sat in storage for at least 5 years, so it ate into there. So hopefully we can clean it up. We only have that hone right there, genuinely called the dick ball hone. I heard that and I'm just like, I'm gonna call it that forever and always. We need to want the flat pads because that's the one that will actually make sure that these are square, true, cylindrical. But these first 2 ones, these barely even look like they need a home because they look so good. And so that other home, which put a nice crosshatch on there, but we need to take care of these is the next most important thing. That's all I had for you guys today. Just some updates that we are moving on with projects. It just takes time and money, both of which are few and far between. But thank you for coming along. Any suggestions, any ideas, let me know. I know that I left you shortly, but I brought the head out. And this one came out really easy. I want to say with vice grips. Are these vice grips or channel locks?
Vice grips.
Vice grips. I was right the first time. So I clamped onto that one, was able to twist it out. Of course, I messed up the threads, but they were already messed up anyway. And then I replaced it. I had 2 intake side ones, so it's about the same pitch and length. They just don't have this cool little end on them, but they will work just as good. And then my housemate was able to drill this one out. So project continues. Things are finally back on track.